Romanian deadlifts are one of the most important exercises when it comes to strengthening your posterior chain. It's a common movement pattern that we do in our everyday lives, so perfecting this movement in the gym can be extremely beneficial and transferable to everyday life, such as picking up the kids, picking up your groceries off the ground, or even when it's moving day. To start this exercise, you want to have a shoulder width stance with your feet facing forward. A good way to find an optimal foot position for you is to pretend that you're going to do a vertical jump. Where your feet are is where your foot position should be when you're doing this movement. Keep the dumbbells or the barbell in front of you as close to your body as possible throughout the entire range of motion. Your weight should actually be gliding down your legs when you perform this movement. Start the downward portion of this movement by driving your hips to the back of the room. You will want to keep a slight bend in your knees, but make sure you focus on driving your hips back versus just bending forward, as this will take all the pressure off your lower back so you can use your hamstring muscles correctly. Once you feel a good stretch in your hamstring, that's when you will extend your hips to stand back up. I find a good cue is to stop the downward portion when the weight are in the middle of your shins. I wouldn't take the weight all the way down to your ankles, as that's what's going to put unnecessary pressure on your lower back. To stand back up, make sure you squeeze your glutes, extend your hips forward, and pretend that you are leg pressing the floor away from you to come back up to your starting position. Make sure when you stand back up, your back is in a neutral position and you aren't thrusting your hips so far forward that your lower back is extending. Make sure you breathe into your diaphragm on the downward portion of the movement and then breathe out as you are standing back up. You always want to breathe out during the challenging parts of any exercise, as it allows you to generate more power. And that's the Romanian deadlift.